In this video, I'm showing the best defensive badges for centers in NBA 2K23. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lance and I'm the head coach for Bucks Gaming. So how this is going to work is I have three categories here: equip, 50-50, which is if you have enough badge points, you could add these, and then do not equip. So I have every badge in the corner and we're going to pick one, put it somewhere, and then I'll explain my thoughts on it and why you should or shouldn't equip it. So here we go. So first badge is going to be post lockdown. I'm going to put on do not equipped. I just don't think it buffs you enough. Like, it doesn't give you enough boost to actually stop any type of moves of the paint. Most of your centers, they do drop steps and things like that, but the paint defense is iffy right now. So unless you're jumping at the right time, post lockdown really not going to do anything for you. Second badge is going to be brick wall. So brick wall is, of course, a must-have badge for centers. If you're setting screens for your point guard, all those types of things. I don't think you need it on Hall of Fame. I think gold's a great level to have it at. But the higher the better for brick wall. Help your guards get open. Be a team player with that. Some centers don't run it, but brick wall at a high level is a great badge to have, especially at center if you're setting the screen, run the pick and roll. Now, if you're running a 5-out offense, I completely understand not running brick wall. That'd like to be the only instance, maybe park. I'd still run park, but maybe 5-out and pro-am and rec, I would say no brick wall. Next badge is rebound chaser. And so rebound chaser is going to be the #1 badge you need as a center. That's your job. You got to go get those rebounds. And so make sure to have rebound chaser as high as it can go, at least gold, but of course Hall of Fame's the best that you want it at. And I think that one's the must-have badge at center. So pogo stick, I'm going to add to 50-50. So pogo stick for me, it's expensive. I think it's a tier 3 for most centers. And so if you can get it, great. But most centers, I think, aren't going to be able to get this at a high level. And so I just don't feel like pogo stick is needed as much as some of these other badges that we're going to be talking about here. But I'm going to put on 50-50. It can be used, but I think you just need a lot of defensive badges to get it. Next badge we'll look at is going to be anchor. So I'm going to add anchor, of course, to the equipped. Anchor is going to help you stop anything inside. And as everyone knows, this game is really kind of inside-out oriented. So as a center, if you're guarding the paint, anchor is going to help you stop other centers, but it's also going to help you stop guards driving, going up for dunks, those things. So rebound chaser and anchor need to be the base of what your center needs to be on defense. And then next, we're going to look at chase down artist. And I'm going to add chase down artist to equipped. Chase down artist, I think, is great, as a center. If a guard gets past you or the big slips past you, being able to drop and go get chase down blocks or blocks from the corner. Most of the time, to be honest, with some centers or some driving the lane, only blocks do stop some players. And so being able to just have this activate can really help you get a few more stops than you normally would. The next badge we'll look at is challenger. And I'm going to put challenger as a 50-50 badge. I do think that challenger is good to have, especially you'll be needing to contest players, poppers, those types of things. I do think challenger most centers are going to use because you're going to have like 1 or 2 badge points left over. Challenger is a good one just to throw on bronze, but it's not necessarily needed. So I'm not going to put it on like the equip for a must-have. But if you got extra left over, don't be afraid to add challenger. Of course, it's always good to contest jump shots. Next badge we look at is off-ball pest. Off-ball pest, I'm actually going to add to 50-50 as well. Off-ball pest, again, is one of those badges. If you got a few left over, might as well throw it on. It can help you slow down the roll. It can help you slow down cuts from the corner if you're on the corner in rec or pro-am. And then just overall being able to hold on to the off-ball to players and not let them just kind of slide right through you. It's a pretty good badge to have if you can get it. That's why I'm putting at 50-50. I do think there's better badges, but with a few left over, it has its place. Next badge is going to be clamps. I'm going to add clamps on do not equipped, and this is going to be specifically just for rec and pro-am. You're not going to have enough badge points to get it. That's really like where it goes. And if you do, you're not really going to be put in a lot of situations where clamps have to be used. But if you're a pick and roll defender in rec and pro-am, and you're actually going to be guarding the point guard sometimes, absolutely need clamps. But I'm talking about a center in the corner or a center that just really doesn't come up too much and have to get ISO'd or those types of things. So if you're a center that's playing park, I do think that maybe you should think about clamps if you can, but in general, I would say clamps is not needed, especially if you're a big center and you can get good contests and things like that. Next badge you'll be looking at is interceptor. Interceptor I'm going to add to equip, but most centers are only going to get interceptor like on bronze. But I do think it's a must equipped, especially in rec and pro-am. Now maybe park you don't add it, but I still think you being a 7 foot plus or whatever your center ends up being, you have the wingspan, you're off ball a lot. This badge is, of course, going to help you get steals, get you more possessions on defense. Glove is the next badge. Glove is going to be a do not equipped. Most of your centers aren't going to have crazy high steals, and so you might get glove on bronze, but even then, I think there's better badges that are useful for a center. And in those situations where in Rec and Pro-Am now, if a center grabs a defensive rebound, most like in prior years, people just sit and spam, but now they added the transition foul. So if you foul right when a center comes down, they get to shoot a free throw. So I just don't think glove is really utilized that much anymore for centers. Next badge is going to be pick dodger, and also do not equip badge. You shouldn't be getting hit with screens. So pick dodger is definitely just like your locks and guards. Not really going to be utilized as a center. Next badge we're going to look at is menace. Menace I'm going to add to do not equipped. I'm just thinking with this center, it's not going to be putting a lot of ball, like guarding the ball situations. And so menace, although it does drop opponents' attributes when you play good defense, those moments with you against another center in the paint or against a driving player, menace really isn't going to kick in. It can here and there, and it might pop up here and there, but it's kind of an expensive badge, and there's other badges that I think are more useful to playing the center position that you need. And here's one of them, Workhorse, absolute must-equip badge. The reason why I think Workhorse is a must-equip badge is because when those rebounds go long, so like a player shoots it and those boards go long, if you don't have Workhorse and the other center does, they're going to get more rebounds. Their player's going to chase down those when you click Y or triangle, and they're going to get those rebounds. So that's why I think Workhorse, at least on gold, like I think every center needs to have it on gold, at least, and you're going to find yourself getting a lot more rebounds. And that's really like the name of the game for a center on Rec and Prime, of course, but in Park, maybe Workhorse isn't utilized as much. You could add it somewhere else. These are those moments where maybe clamps and those types of badges kind of rise up this list, but I'm going to stick to kind of Rec Pro-Am meta or just a normal type of inside big or big that's just playing the corner. So Workhorse, I think, is a must-have. The next badge we're looking at is Box Out Beast. So Box Out Beast is going to be a must-equip badge. You need to be able to block out other bigs in order to get these types of rebounds that you need to get in Rec and Pro-Am and even in Park. In Park, I can understand not running Box Out Beast, but Rec and Pro-Am, Box Out Beast is a must-have. And the last badge we're looking at is ankle braces. Ankle braces I'm going to add to do not equipped. It's just not really needed. Again, Park, there's maybe a case for it, but now we're kind of talking about like a lock build more than a center build. So ankle braces on a center, it can be utilized, especially if you get switched onto the center or point guards a lot, but you're not going to have enough badge points, and I just don't think it's needed. And then to kind of rank these a little better, because I do think there's like not a specific order you need, but I'm going to try to like make sure that you understand like this is the most needed badge. I'm going to go Rebound Chaser as the number 1. We'll do Box Out Beast as 2. You do Box Out or Anchor. I'm going to do Box Out as 2. Anchor is 3. We're going to do Brick Wall as the 4th most important one. Oh, sorry. I'm going to do Anchor, then Chased on Artist, and then Brick Wall, Workhorse, and then Interceptor. That's like the order that I would suggest you make sure to try to get. And in that order, not specifically, but this center build, you're looking to have around 27 plus badges to get this. And so make sure you use your +4 smart. But I think this is a great foundation to like have a absolute dominating defensive center. And so of course, if you can reach that many badges, but if there's any specific like badges that you guys want me to look at, or you know what badges are great on silver or gold, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to do more specific type players or badge levels, and then we'll kind of dive into those types of things. So like I said earlier, my name is Lance. I'm the head coach for Bucks Gaming, and in the description below I have a link to my Discord. I'm looking for really good NBA 2K players or 2K players who just want to learn about the 2K League, want to learn about the game in general, or just maybe want to play Rec, Pro-Am, or Park with myself. So the link is in the description below if you're interested. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.